Hello guys, Joester here. Welcome back to another video right here at Joester. So I wanted to do this comparison so bad. I have these two 4K monitors on the left. I have the BenQ EX3210U, which is a 4K 32-inch monitor with 144 Hz of refresh rate, and it's an IPS panel. On my right, I have the brand new Samsung Neo G8, which is also 4K 32-inch, and it's capable up to 240 Hz of refresh rate, but only through DisplayPort. I already tested with my computer. You can do that only through DisplayPort. Via HDMI, you're capable of going up to 120 Hz. So both of these monitors look great, but there is a big difference when it comes down to picture quality. So let's get right into this video, guys. Let's do this. This video is brought to you by the new Burst Pro Air mouse by Rocats, featuring Titan Switch optical, heat-treated glides, lightweight comfort and performance, and stellar wireless technology for uninterrupted gameplay. Check out the link in the description for more info. Alright, so first I wanted to test Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This game is still looking beautiful after all these years, and let me tell you guys right now, as soon as you turn this picture on, look at that beautiful image from the Samsung monitor. Now the biggest difference I notice right now is the IPS glow. I mean, it is so different. It makes a huge difference, especially when you go into a dark area like this. You go into a dark area and you start noticing those deep black levels from the Samsung monitor, and that is one thing I like about VA panels. The contrast ratio and the black levels are just very superior to an IPS display. Now this is a mini LED. Just keep in mind the mini LED will make a huge difference, and also keep in mind that this is being recorded through a camera. What I see in person, it's better. You know, you might see black crush right now, but in person you don't see that. It's actually much clearer. And another thing I wanted to mention is the brightness. The BenQ is rated at HDR 600 and the Samsung is rated at HDR 2000. So you will see a big difference when it comes down to brightness. Also, what I notice is the colors. They're very similar, both of them, even though IPS is well known for having a little bit more saturated colors, in my opinion. But with the right settings on the Samsung, just colors look very good as well. I mean, look at this. Another thing I notice is that since there are better black levels on the Samsung, things look sharper. For some reason, I feel like the image is it looks just richer and sharper. I'm able to see more shadow details, and it's just to me personally, it looks just much better. Let's switch to a different game and see how it runs. Right? Let's do this. Here's another example on how those deep black levels are so superior on the VA panel. That is what I like about this Samsung right now. Those black levels are so close to OLED level. It's just incredible to see. Alright, so guys, so I'm playing Clash right here on Warzone. I want to try to play a little bit and explain to you about the picture between these two monitors. So, in order for you to have a good HDR performance, you need a few things. First of all, you need to have local dimming, and that is a big difference between these two monitors. The Samsung has almost 1200 dimming zones. So that's through the power of mini LED. They're able to have way more dimming zones, even for a TV. I mean, this is a 32-inch display with almost 1200 dimming zones. That's insane. So it obviously is going to make a big difference when it comes down to contrast, black levels, and brightness. And another thing for a good HDR performance is brightness. So this monitor is rated at 2000 nits of peak brightness, and the BenQ is rated at HDR 600, which is not bad. Actually, HDR 600 should be good. but you start noticing that difference, especially when you put them on a side by side right here. You start noticing how impactful it is when you especially when you play with HDR. And that is the thing with this BenQ. Another thing that you need, another feature, is a good white color gamut. So fortunately, both of these monitors, in my opinion, have really good colors. I like them, but I just prefer the performance of the Samsung right here. It makes such a big difference. I like it. Now here's another game that I like to play right here on the Xbox. This is Alan Wake, the remastered edition. This is a very, very dark game, and recently it received an update with HDR support. It didn't have HDR before, but now it does, and I think it looks really good with that support. And obviously you want to have a dark display so you can appreciate these black levels, right? And here is a huge difference between these two monitors. I also noticed that the BenQ has this sort of greenish tone in it in the picture. What the hell is that? So it has this sort of like green tone throughout these dark areas. Some people like it. Personally, I don't like it. I like the more natural look of the Samsung. But this is something that I noticed and just wanted to mention. I don't know what the heck is that in there. It does not look right. But anyways, guys, this is another example of game that I wanted to show you. Just gonna keep moving on because I think that beast wants to eat me right now. Let's jump to another game, shall we? Alright, so here's Gears 5, which is another very dark game, but although this map is not that dark, it's bright. But one thing I noticed is also colors look much different between these two monitors. Even though I'm used to having IPS monitors, and usually IPS have really good colors, there's like saturated colors, but they look really nice. But in this video, in a comparison between the VA and IPS, I find that the VA panel looks just better, just more true to life, I believe. A little bit more natural looking colors, I can say. My god, I suck. Finally. But anyways, that is just my perspective right now from what I'm seeing. I think I have the flag and I'm about to die. Cover me. No. No. Oh my god. Now another thing I wanted to mention are the viewing angles. So IPS panels are well known for having really good viewing angles. No matter when you're standing, colors remain solid. They look excellent. They look really good. But on VA panels, on the contrary, as soon as you start moving in a different angle or standing in a different place, you start noticing that colors look different. They start to shift, and honestly they look a little washed out. So if you care about viewing angles, then IPS is the best option for you. But in reality, I'm always sitting in front of my monitor. I'm not standing in a weird angle or anything. I'm sitting right in front of it. So I have no issues whatsoever with the VA panel. I always see the colors really good. They look solid, they look natural, they look vivid as well. And I really like that. It's just something that I wanted to mention throughout this video. Alright, so there are a few more things that are worth mentioning between these two monitors. First of all, I'm going to start with the price. Now the Samsung sells for $1,300, $1,300, while the BenQ right now sells for $1,000. So that's a $300 difference, and I think it's worth mentioning which one you're going to spend the money with, right? Another thing to mention is that the Samsung has a 240 Hz off refresh rate panel, while the BenQ is limited to 144 Hz. The reality is that right now I don't think there's a video card capable of running 4K at 240 Hz of refresh rate. Well, there is more chances for someone to be able to run 4K at 144 Hertz. The thing is, like with the Samsung, you're more like a future-proofing your product, your system, you know, but as of right now, there are more chances that you can use 4K 140 Hertz, 44 Hertz of refresh rate. Now keep in mind that this is only capable via DisplayPort. I tested HDMI and you can only go up to 4K 120 Hertz. So yeah, on both of these monitors, you can connect your Xbox or your PlayStation 5 and you can play 4K 120 Hertz of refresh rate. And also VRR, they both support Freesync Premium Pro, and therefore if you connect your PC, you can also use G-Sync. They're compatible with G-Sync. Both of these monitors are capable of doing that. But when it comes down to picture quality, which is what everyone is looking for, right? When you're buying a display, when you're buying a monitor or a TV, you want the best looking picture. Well, I think the Samsung takes this by a mile. I mean, really a good HDR performance, the best black levels I've seen on a monitor, really good colors, really good display, really fast performance. So a little bit more extra money and you're getting a really good monitor with a Samsung. All right guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're interested in buying either one of these monitors, I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can buy it directly from Amazon. And that's it. If you enjoy this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. That will help me a lot to continue making these videos. Thank you so much. I'm Joster, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joster out!